Hello guys, hope you're well tonight. I just wanted to give you a quick update on our WebHooks module. We extended some functionality and now you can use it with even more power, let's say. So what's the thing here? So basically, since Spider, especially in dealing with WebHooks module and in general reading the data, we only go up to three fields in depth considering root. So that would sometimes limit what you can get from some form or whatnot. So basically what we did later on, and I mean by following your feedbacks that you cannot get this field or whatnot, and your suggestions, we realized that we need to give you an option to basically select which how deep do you want to go with your fields, what field do you want to read. This is especially important with array fields, which where you have which will create complex field where we have more data in one field. Let me show you this in example. I think it will be much more easier to understand. I'm going to start this with AidaForms. It's just the form which a lot of you are using, so why not use it and perhaps show other users how they can easily integrate AidaForm with our WebHooks module. So to do so, in WebHooks module, first we need an integration name. Okay, of course, I'm gonna name it AidaForm example. And move next. You always need a website URL or URL of your form. When it comes to AidaForm, you just need to go to your form and you actually want to connect with SceneSpider, and there you'll find the actual URL of that form. Just copy it in this publish section and paste it to your webhook module. Let's click finish. And then next, as a target, I'll just put this data in one of my Google Sheets in my Drive. So I'm connecting this to my Google Sheets and think of it later. Moving next. Now, when it comes to WebHooks module, first we need to continue. We need to continue configuring our WebHooks module. We are copying configuration webhook URL, and we want to paste it to our existing form. In this case, just go to setup, go to third-party integrations, find webhooks, and paste this hook there. Click update. Now, if you just click here, refresh, you will get nothing. It's not an error. You just need to go back to your actual form and open it. And you need to send some data to SceneSpider so we can see it, which makes sense, right? So, okay, I'm just putting any data. Send. Now, SceneSpider will read it. So SceneSpider now is seeing everything that you can get from AidaForm. But as I said, if you look here, we have this is 1, this is 2, this is 3 already. So basically this value would be a 4th depth of field. And as I said, SceneSpider doesn't read it. I mean, it would read value, but it will all be as text. And what you need here, this is an array field. What you need here is to get and first name and last name in mapping so that you can properly map it. Previously, we were not able to do that, so only because of this limit. But now we have added this option for you to just select this field as a source as well, which will tell SceneSpider, okay, I need this field, so grab data from it as well. Plus, we gave you the option to add label. And here, let us take a look a bit closer. What else do we have here? This is number 1. This is another field. So SceneSpider will basically read all of this. It will read type, value, label, and value. And this is something that we are getting from AidaForm. If we come back to our actual form, you'll see that, okay, this is probably, this not probably, then this is 0 field. while email is one field. And here, since we don't have an array field, so we only have value as email, this is not a problem. But here it would be a problem because you wouldn't get it as properly. Now, I hope this is understandable, and let's see this new function now in action. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to select everything as root as a start to get an actual webhook URL. So basically here, this was a configuration URL, but to get things working, you need an actual webhook URL. So once I selected root, I can copy it and go back to my AidaForm, where I'm going to go to my setup and go to third-party integrations, go to webhooks. And now I'm going to just paste this here and click update. Cool. Now, basically, our form is set and we have a running integration with SceneSpider. Later on, you can select. Now, once you did that, now you can continue to change which field you want to grab data from, etc. But first, let us finish the actual task. What we need to do here more is to configure our target. Here, I'm just going to select the folder where I want to nourish my file. It's going to be in this very, very important folder. And okay, select it. Let me name it home test. I want to append data to this file. So when it comes to Google Sheets, we give you different options what you could do with it. And add 3 columns. I'm going to need first name. I'm going to need last name. And I'm going to need email. And that's it. And now we can move on to the mapping. And now here we are on the mapping, and we are seeing that we are missing the mapping here. So what's going on? Even if you refresh the source schema and destination schema, nothing is wrong. Something is wrong. Something is not right. So I'm going to go back to our configure form and check it out. So basically, as I was explaining, we have too many depths here, and that's why SceneSpider cannot see it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to select this as a source, which would be where I have first and last name, and I'm going to add label to it. Since this is lead data, I'm just going to name it lead data. Okay. And now with this added, with this added, SceneSpider will be able to read even this field because we told him so. Use this as a source. So I need this data. I added label, and automatically it will grab the data below as well. So I'm just going to move next now. And now I can see finally the fields that I need. So basically what we did here, we automatically added the name of this complex field, and we have it as first name, as last name, which previously we're not able to do because these fields were far too in depth. So I'm just gonna map this so that we see what actually are we gonna get. Okay, done. And I'm gonna add last name as well. So I explained how this works. This is the 0 field basically, and we know that this value is actually what we want to get as email. And if I go there, SceneSpider is automatically going to tell me that we have a collection behavior here. So what is going on here? If I just click done, and just to show you, click preview values, I'm gonna get my first name, last name as I should, which previously was not possible. Plus I have this field named here. And at the bottom, I see that this object, this is not good. I am getting an object, Alexander. This is not an email I was wanting. So what is going on here? Because AidaForms have, we saw that that's one field that has a couple of levels. So what we want to go there is go to configure to select the proper label, go to collection behavior, and not take first, but I'm going to take last. In some other case, this might not be the last, but the first, or you can take them all and write them all if you need them and order them as you want. But in this case, it's enough just to take last and click done. And then when you click preview values, you're gonna get a proper email. So I hope this is a good news for you, that I've managed to explain it correctly. Just type your comments, your questions under this post. I'll be happy to answer it, and looking forward to hearing from you guys. Bye.